There was a time where I fucked up big time. This was early in the career. I was on a Griz tour with Ben Schroeder, who was the tour manager at the time. And my job every day was to make sure that both saxophones made it into the venue. This is one of my jobs. It's the last show tour, and we're in Seattle. Seattle was the second to last night. The last show is in Vancouver. So we're in a tour bus in Seattle. We're not going to take a tour bus over the border because that's like a whole thing. So we all hop into SUVs, and it's like 6 a.m. or something. We all just get in the SUVs and we go. And we go across the border. We get all the way to Vancouver. We get to the venue and we build the stage and everything. And Ben's like, all right, cool. Sound check time. I'm like, all right. Wait. So I was like, and he's like, what do you mean? Fuck? I was like, they're on the bunk. They're on the junk bunk. I know exactly where they are in my head. There's an empty tour bus called the junk bunk. Both saxophones are there right now. And I'm like, well, that's in Seattle. I was like, yeah, that's and he's like, well, it's a Griz show. And especially back then, the Griz show was he played two different saxophones. He had a tenor and an alto, and he would switch off between. And like 90% of the show was him on the saxophone.
Oh, wow.
So it was a big problem. And it's not like a drum set or a CDJ or something where you're like, oh, yeah. It's a specific instrument, you know?
Yeah.
So after I realized this, I just started drinking. Because I'm like, I've never been to this city before. I don't know shit about saxophones.
Yeah.
Other than that they're supposed to be here. And I was like, it was a good run. You know, I was like, this is it. That was fun. You know, I was like 2 years in at that point. I was like, that was cool. All right, it's over now. When this guy show, Ben was able somehow to find another sax player who played the same sax that Grant did, that lived in Vancouver. They let us use the saxophone, and we had a show. At the end of the show, I was like, Ben, I'm sorry, and you know, I figured I let you down, and I get it. You know, don't feel bad about letting me go. I almost caused you the loss. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It happens. We're not here for it to go right. We're here to fix it when it goes wrong. It's like, you're more in trouble because you're drunk right now than because you left this. So, yeah, things go wrong. And I have this thing I say to crew members when I can tell they're nervous. Like, man, I fucked up bigger shows than this. It's just a show. It's going to be fine. That's the right approach for some people. Some people are motivated differently. Some people get like, this is a big show. All the pressure's on you. And, you know, they'll perform very well. But, yeah, trying to figure out which thing works for which type of person.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit goes wrong.
Yeah, no, for sure. I can't imagine a more terrifying moment if you're working on a Griz show than leaving his sax somewhere. I'm sure that he knows about that now at this point.
Oh,
like,
yeah. He knew because he was like, oh, we have no saxophone? Fucking cool. Oh, he's pissed. We joke about it now. I was like, yeah, that was the first time we got fired. So...
Well, I'm sure that in addition to like the crazy stuff that you've seen, like I'm sure you must have seen a lot of crazy stuff with like fans. What's the wildest fan situation, interaction, crazy moment that you've had?
So I love the fans. They are the reason though I'm here. It's the reason why we're all here, honestly. You know, I was a fan. And I'm really lucky with the Griz camp, also with Zingar camp and Level Up. Like their fans are so nice. They're very dedicated, and they're really just they're, for the most part, really good people. We get a lot of compliments on our fans, especially at music festivals. Grant will do this thing after the show where he tells everybody to put their hand up. And he's like, I swear that I will look down and I will pick up all the trash around me because I'm not a piece of shit. Show up. And they do. So when the crowd leaves our show, the stage people are looking at the ground and it's so clean, and they're like, what the is going on. So as a fan base, I will say that is always impressive to have compliments on your fan base, especially when a lot of times in this industry we look at them just like working in a service industry or whatever. You look at the customer, you're like, you know? It's part of it. I get it, but like it's never a thought when I'm doing a Griz show. It's never like, oh, these guys are a pain in the ass or they're going to cause me problems. Now, there's a difference between, I would say, a fan and a fanatic. And unfortunately, I've seen several instances that fanaticism has ruined something. Just like, it takes the cool out of everything, you know? It's, whether it be a fanatic is really mean to their friends because of this like clout thing that they have. It's like, I am the biggest fan, so like, you know, this like hierarchy.
Yeah.
And I've seen that destroy a lot of relationships, and it takes the cool out. It's like, it's not cool to be a Griz fan if you think you're just better than everybody because you're the biggest Griz fan. That kind of
Yeah.
the whole purpose. Going back to community, it kind of attacks that sense of community.
Right.
So I've got a lot of beef with what I would call fanatics. Beyond that, I've seen multiple clients that I've worked with have their personal space violated physically. Beyond that, like literal personal space invaded. It's like stalker stuff, like really unsafe, making people feel unsafe because you have infatuation with someone
Yeah.
is fucking awful. And it gives me the ick. And it's part of life, especially working with female artists. You know, I've been working with Maddie O'Neil for 10 years. She's my fucking ride or die. I love her so much. Working with Gabrielle, working with Chloe, working with Sonia. These artists are very aware of fanatics and how people, and like just scrolling their DMs is disturbing.
Wow.
So I guess if there's anything I'll say, if you have a friend out there who is like a fanatic and like kind of in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, talk to them about it. Don't let it go so far where I have to have a picture of them up at every door of the venue and an explanation of why we're worried about them. Like, don't let your people get that far. You know, take them outside, throw a frisbee for them or something. Like, find a hobby that's outside of that. You could be a fan without it just consuming your entire personality and like defining you as a human being. Way more out there.
Yeah. No, I agree.